Hello again, humans, welcome. This be another video by me, Ancient Swan, because this is what my jam is, and in today's absolute screw-up of a history lesson, we will be covering Al-Natah, Saudi Arabia. And why am I wasting time telling you about it when I could just jump right in? So let's do that. Let's begin. Welcome to the Khaybar Oasis, an area deep within the desert where Mother Nature decided she was tired of messing with humans and decided instead that some people just do deserve a wee break. And here at this oasis is Al-Natah, the site of a Bronze Age walled city. This place is an archaeological marvel, and also apparently the setting for history's slowest-paced urban drama. Occupied for around 1,000 years, from 2400 to 1500 BCE, Al-Natah lay hidden for 3,500 years until being discovered in 2024. 4,500 years ago, the residents here at the Khaybar Oasis decided that it was time to try out that trendy new thing called urbanization. Did they rush into it? No, this wasn't ancient Mesopotamia's bustling metropolises or Egypt's pyramid-building frenzy. Al-Natah was more of a leisurely stroll towards city life, probably with an intermission for coffee and dates, and given that they lived in the middle of the desert, there's a very good chance they started the Arabian tradition of spending many hours sitting in the shade, refusing to move until the sun f***s off. Strategically located in the Khaybar Oasis, Al-Natah had access to fertile lands, water, and possibly the second worst real estate agent in the Bronze Age. The people went overboard with their defences and built 16-foot high walls, perhaps to keep out raiders, or possibly nosy neighbours asking to borrow sugar for the 37th time. Walls this high scream either, "We're terrified," or "We're really bad at compromise." Or, maybe it was the desert monsters, the ones that come out at night and beat the shit out of anyone who's stupid enough to be outside in the desert at night. The city layout showcased a level of urban planning that screams, "We had a great architect, but not that great." There was a central administrative district, a residential area, and a necropolis, which is a fancy Greek term for city of the dead. Or in less fancy ways, think of a big giant graveyard with loads of tombs. About 50 houses dotted the residential sector, many of which were multi-story structures, because even 4,000 years ago, someone thought stairs were a good idea, and high views have always been the bomb, baby. The necropolis, on the other hand, featured circular step tower tombs that resembled a very early attempt at a Bronze Age theme park attraction. Imagine explaining that to your kids. This is where Grandpa went on his eternal vacation. If you close your eyes and listen, you might still hear him bitching about the heat. Artifacts discovered here include metal tools, weapons, and agate jewelry, proof that the residents dabbled in metallurgy and long-distance trade. Al-Natah's pottery, however, suggests that aesthetics might not have been their strong suit. Functionality, check. Elegance, more of a strong maybe, but they got the job done, and that's the only thing that's important in a city routinely touching 8,000 degrees in the shade. Dear slave, it is of the utmost importance that you put the water into my mouth hole. Do it quickly, and no, I couldn't give a f*** how pretty the cup is. Al-Natah's urbanization was more slow urbanism than anything else, like building a city while procrastinating. It's the ancient equivalent of someone saying, "Sure, I'll hit the gym tomorrow," and then deciding tomorrow is 5 centuries later. It contrasts sharply with the turbocharged development of civilizations like Mesopotamia. But then, perhaps, that is to be expected given the geographical differences, the main one being that Al-Natah is in the middle of the f***ing desert. The folks in Al-Natah preferred to take it easy, likely pausing to ask, do we really need a marketplace? Can't we just keep bartering sheep? Or, sure, we could build more watchtowers, but have you seen the sun today? As for Al-Natah's mysterious abandonment, historians aren't sure why the city was deserted, but theories include climate change, disease, or a collective decision to go back to the simplicity of nomadic life. I like to imagine an ancient town hall meeting where someone said, "Guys, what if we just, didn't?" And everyone agreed unanimously before smashing themselves en masse into the nearest ice cube. Today, Al-Natah is preserved under basalt blocks, a perfectly accidental archaeological time capsule. Its ruins reveal not just the resilience and ingenuity of its inhabitants, but also their laid-back approach to urban living. Who needs the stress of a bustling metropolis when you can be the chill, fortified city of the Bronze Age desert? Al-Natah may not have been the loudest in history, but it sure left behind a story that's quietly impressive. It may not have been a bustling metropolis like some other cities lost to time, but let's be honest, it sounds like the perfect destination for ancient introverts who just wanted to be left alone. Now that I think about it, it kind of sounds like the perfect place to move to if you're trying to avoid your mother-in-law, because you just know there's no way she'll be following you into that heat. And then, almost 4,000 years after Al-Natah's inhabitants finally called it a day, I made this map. Most of the footage you've been watching in this video was from the Wii map I made, this one for the game Cities Skylines 2, as I continue to keep doing, and I won't stop, so you may as well just accept it and move on. As always, this map was made to reimagine a wee bit of history. What if Al-Natah had never been abandoned? What might have grown here? What modern city might this have become? If you also have an urge to find out, then feel free to follow the link in the description below to grab the free map. As for the map information, well, here it is. Climate 5 to 28 degrees Celsius. Buildable area 90%. Outside connections, road, rail, air, power, natural resources. Wheat 80.2 square kilometers. Forest 197 kilotons or 127 kilotons. Oil 95.1 kilotons. Terrain mostly flat with a couple of small hills. And that's it again, folks. That's it for a tiny wee bit of habitable desert and the many people who decided this might be a good place for a city. I hope you learned something. I know I did. I learned how to avoid my mother-in-law. F*** knows what you've learned, but I doubt it can be more important than that. Thanks again for coming. Forgive me for taking 2 seconds to ask you to like and subscribe. It will stop my wife from judging me, and that's everything I could ask for. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, I always do the Patreon. I have one of those because I was told to get one, and that's basically that. If you'd like to join it, then oh my God, I love you. And if not, then that's also perfectly okay and understandable. My Patreon has 4 members. Can you believe it? 4 people have volunteered to send me $1 a month for the things I do. And I can quite honestly say, hand on heart, that I love those 4 people more than I love my own mother. Anyway, that really is it from me. Much love, and I'll see your face next time. Peace, love, and Al-Natah.
Goodbye!